in this question it has got 3 different phases of motion. The first phase saying that particle, for example, the initial position can be located as A, let t equal to 0 be the starting time. So, saying that the train starting from rest. So, at this point initial velocity is 0, right? Then it is moving because of some acceleration, and that uniform acceleration is given 0.5 meter per second square, right? So, with this acceleration the train travels for 2 minutes. This is t equal to 2 minutes. Okay, this was the starting instant. This is the second instant about which we know, right? So, during the first 2 minutes the train moves under acceleration. Obviously, we know that when a body moves under acceleration, its magnitude of velocity continuously increases, right? Whenever a particle or a train or a body, any object moves under acceleration, that gives us increase in velocity value during its motion. So, we can expect some v1 velocity achieved by the train at the instant or at the position, if that position is marked as B, which is the t equal to 2 minutes at time 2 minutes, the position is B. Let the particle or the train has got some velocity. We can calculate that. I will definitely calculate, but first of all I would like to explain entire thing on a diagram. So, then with that velocity particle is continued its uniform speed for 20 minutes. So, starting from t equal to 2 minutes, let this is t third instant, it is 22 minutes. Why I am saying 22 minutes? Because this journey is for 20 minutes. This is a 20 minutes journey. Second journey is of 20 minutes with v1 constant. It is moving with the constant velocity or speed. So, up to this instant it is observed to be moving with v1 meter per second. For example, unit is taken meter per second, right? So, we do not know what is the distance it travels, but we do know the second phase is a journey of 20 minutes. So, being from 0 to 2 minutes here, from here to next 20 minutes means it will be the instant of 22 minutes. Are you getting me? Are you all getting me what I mean? And then finally saying that then it retards uniformly at the rate of 0.25 meter per second square. After that its velocity keeps on decreasing, and at some instant, let this point is C, final position is D, where it again finally comes to rest. So, during this retardation means a negative acceleration. So, we can say it is this way, 0.25 meter per second square, and this is for how long? Uniformly at the rate of and comes to rest. That is not said. The last part of the motion has not been mentioned for how long. So, this is all about the journey. So, what we can do for A to B, this part I can, for example, I can consider it to be S1. So, this S1 I can calculate using half A1 into this time of journey is for how much? 2 minutes. So, being acceleration is given in meter per second square. So, I will convert this time period in second. So, it is 2 into 60 whole square. Using which formula I am using? Using S is equal to ut plus half at square. I am using the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. U being the initial velocity at the starting instant of this 2 minutes journey, initial velocity was 0, so that's why 0 into anything will be 0. That's why I am only calculating this part, half a1 at square, a1 into time of journey was for 2 minutes, so it is 2 into 60, that is 120 second, okay, square. So therefore, substituting the value of a1 as 0.5 into, this will be 4 into 3600, right? So we can cancel this, and this much 0.5 into 2 is 1, so this is 3600 meter. This is 3600 meter is the journey, okay, in first 2 minutes when the train accelerates at the rate of 0.5 meter per second square. Are you all getting it? Could you follow the first phase of the accelerated motion journey? There the train has, being it is a bullet train of course, so bullet train has travelled 3600 meter, okay, 3.6 kilometer distance in just 2 minutes at the acceleration of 0.5 meter per second square starting from rest. Then the second part, that is of the journey from B to C, that is S2, it is covered, this distance is of 20 minutes journey, right, and at a constant velocity. So when a particle moves under constant velocity, so we write down velocity into time, but we do not know what the velocity that is maintained between B and C, right. So we can calculate from the first part for AB again, going back to A to B, since the train was accelerating from A to B with a given acceleration, that means velocity at the final end of the accelerated motion is equal to initial velocity at the starting point plus acceleration into time of the journey. That means I am using which formula? Using V is equal to U plus AT, using V is equal to U plus AT of accelerated motion. Accelerated motion takes place from A to B, A being the starting point, so velocity at A will be U, end point is B, so velocity at B will be V. Acceleration of the journey we know a1 and time also we know 2 minutes. So we can write down the velocity at B, which we have marked as V1 in the diagram. So V1 is equal to 0 plus 0.5 into time is 2 into 60, 2 minutes, that into 60, right. So what we are getting here, we are getting it as 60 meter per second. So that means the bullet train reaches to the speed of 60 meter per second just at the end of 2 minutes. So the second displacement B to C, he travels with that 60 meter per second during next 20 minutes. So 20 into 60, this much second, okay. As the speed I am using meter per second, so that's why time should be taken in second. So that means how much it is? Okay. So that means this time at the speed of 60 meter per second, it is traveling 72,000 meter, that means 72 kilometer. Got my point? So the journey continued that 72 kilometer during next 20 minutes, that is from B to C. So velocity of V1 is now known to us. So finally for C to D, we do not know travelling interval, we do not know what is the time taken for the journey from C to D, neither we know the time of journey because the last instant is not given, and we do not know the distance travelled between C and D. So we will calculate both of them. Again, for using V is equal to U plus AT formula, for C to D, right? Anybody of you any doubt? So we are using V is equal to U plus AT because the last part of the journey is again under constant retardation. This time retardation, you can see the arrow of acceleration was in favor of the motion, where velocity was increasing, speed value was increasing, and from C on to D acceleration is negative. That's why it will be acting in a direction opposite to the motion, because its objective is to reduce the speed, so that finally the train can come to rest at D. So that's why final velocity will be now 0, initial will be V1 minus A2 into T, right? We do not know this journey time, let it be T second, okay? We are considering it to be T second, so that's why I have written T. That is the period of time, duration of time. Final velocity at D is 0, initial velocity at C, the journey we are talking about C to D. So C being the initial point, its velocity is V1, which was the velocity during the journey from B to C. We know the value of V1 now, that was 60 meter per second. A2 is known to us and we can calculate T. So obviously T here, it will be V1 by A2. V1 is 60 and A2 is 0.25. Okay, A2 value is given 0.25. So 1 by 0.25 means we can 1 by 0.25 we can write down it as 4. Okay, so it is 60 into 4 means 240 second. So journey is about 240 second. Are you getting it? So the last duration of the journey is 240 seconds. So total journey now, first one was 2 minutes, second one was 20 minutes, and last one we are getting as 240 seconds, right? So we can write down total time of journey, total time of journey. 2 minutes means how much? 120 seconds. 2 minutes for the first phase of the motion, 2 minutes means 120 seconds. Second one was 20 minutes means 1200 seconds, isn't it? Second one was 1200 seconds, and finally third phase is 240 seconds. Are you getting it? So what is the final answer? Final answer will be 1560 seconds, isn't it? One 1560 second. This is the total time of journey. Now to get the average speed, we need to know the total distance travelled. We have calculated S1, we have calculated S2. So now we need to know the S3, that is the journey from C to D. Explaining this part. Now the journey from C to D, right? So for C to D, we can use another formula using V square equal to U square plus 2AS. This is the formula that can help us to know the S, that is the displacement in retarded motion from C to D. So final velocity is 0, initial was 60 square, minus, I will use minus while A is retardation, 2 into 0.25, that into S as S3. So therefore the value of S3 will be how much? 60 into 60 divided by 2 into 0.25. Is that clear? So what we are getting it, we can simply do it 30, and as I say this I can multiply here 4, isn't it? So how much it is coming? It is coming 20 into 7 200, right? It is how much? Therefore total distance traveled is equal to how much? 3600 plus 72,000 plus 7200. Calculate this. 8280 trip 00, correct? 82800 meters. So now we know the total distance, we know the total time. So therefore average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. So total distance is coming 82800 by 1560. Okay, calculate this. That will be the answer. This is the calculation of average speed. This will be the calculation of average speed.